1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a stretch of estuary where kids know that boats might be boarded and commandeered, while totally nude. Oh, time, it got you, got you, got you. Got you. Cassette tapes under covers in your flat near the red light district. I wish you'd never moved out. You know how much I miss it. As we stumble through the forest with bottles in our hands. Somewhere there's a party that will never ever end.
Let me tell you about my house. Last night, my father was slumped in his armchair with the TV on a 24-hour weather channel. He was slumped in his armchair, and the armchair was slumped into the floor, and his slippers were almost below the surface. This morning, the floor was sticky. I sat on the stairs and watched my parents wade through, swinging their arms about and jamming their fingers into the walls to pull themselves along. The floor came up to their ankles, but I am young, I'm quick on my feet, and I managed to stay above it as I passed them in the hallway to leave the house. Closing the front door, I saw my mother had made it to the kitchen and was washing dishes while sinking slowly in the quicksand of the linoleum.
Bus, take cabs in your car. Nebraska on one side, born to run on the other. Save for those nights we drove so fast through the hedgerow. Oh, time, it got you, it got you. It got you. I sit in park, tripping through the forest, looking up at stars, crowbars through the windows, glass shards in the garden, houses with more letters than you're ever going to open.
Every week, we break into an empty house. We set one of its rooms on fire. We climb out the window. We walk through the quiet streets out beyond the town, where we find a hill to sit on. There we drink beers. We watch the house consume itself. The fire gradually builds and then peaks. Then the house falls down, the fire goes out, and everything is turned to ashes. We watch the fire for hours, and nothing else in the world matters.
We go to the graveyard at night and smash up the tombs. We like to smash the really big ones. We like to smash the statues too. We take our sledgehammer and swing it in a wide arc, and it comes down hard on the stone, and the stone crumbles and bleeds white dust. The stone crumbles, like it had been waiting to crumble for so many years. And now our sledgehammer says, "Give in, retire, you can rest now." And the stone graciously splits. We rock back on our heels, heft the sledgehammer into the air, and bring it down on a corner of a tomb. It fractures and spits dust in our faces, and we set upon it, and the sounds, the dull thuds, the cracks and lurches, the tumbling rubble, and the hiss of the dust of centuries escaping. They all echo through the graveyard as we take it apart, piece by piece. And we return to town, walking along the highway, the dust from our clothes always in the air, with each passing car illuminating our own personal, miniature Milky Way, which swirls and turns about us.